32, which is a hard question. So we are given events with a start and an end value and timestamp. The event and timestamp is not inclusive, which means that the event ended before this timestamp, and we need to figure out the total maximum number of events that can like occur at the same time. So which the maximum number of events that overlap. So for example, here we have given 10 and 20, so we are looking for event 10 and 20. And is there any overlap with this event? No, because this is the only one event here. Again, next event is 50 and 60. Is there no overlap at timestamp between timestamp 10, 20 and 50, 60? No, there is no overlap. The next event we have is now 10 and 40. Is there any overlap? Yes, there is an overlap between 10, 20 and 10, 40. So the maximum number of intersections is equals to 2, so we return a value 2 now, and so on. So how can we actually solve this problem? So let me just write all the timestamps even. So given 10, 5, and this ends at 15. Yep, so this ends at 15 here. This ends at 15 again. The other one starts at 5, ends at 10, and the other one starts at 25 and ends at 55. Now, as we see, there are 2 events starting at 5, and at 10 there are 2 events starting at 10, one event ending at 10. So we take the sum of these, like if it's starting we add 1, if it's ending we subtract 1, so we get a value 1 here. Next here it's ending at 15, so we subtract 1. It's starting, so we add a 1. At 25 we add a 1. At 40 we reduce minus 1. At 50 we add a 1. At 55 we subtract, and at 60 we add a 1. And now what we do is we loop over these values and add these values and return the maximum of these. So the maximum, we loop over the first value and the maximum is 2, so we return 2. Now we add these 2 and then we return a maximum value of those, which is equals to 3. Now we add minus 1 to the result and then return the maximum, which was 3 again, because 3 is the maximum. So that is how we go about solving the problem. So writing the code, let us create an array, and I will initialize an array when my calendar 3 object is called. And now every time a booking is called, I push the booking to the array with both the start, if it is the start value, if it is the start, I push a 1. If it is an end value, I push a minus 1 value with it. And then I sort my array, sort in a way a0 minus b0 or a1 minus b1. So how is it sorting? So it's sorting based on the start or end indexes. So given this, we have given an array 10, 20, 5 and 30. So suppose this is the in values at indices 0. So if we compare 10 and 20, and if these are not equal, we sort them in ascending order. Suppose we have one more 10 here. Now 10 and 10, and these values are equal, right? So we order these based on the value at index 1. Suppose the value at index 1 was a 1 value here, and for the other 10 it is a -1 value here. So which is one is bigger, 1 or -1? 1 is bigger, right? So we sort -1 first and then 1 after that. So what we get is something like for this one, what we get is, if we are sorting this value, then we get is a 5, 0, 10, -1, 10, 1. So this is what we'll get after sorting this one. Now we loop over the for loop. We loop over the array and we need to create two variables, current and result. So current will add all the values and result will return the maximum of current or the result itself, and then return the result at the end. Let's run our query. Okay, it's max. Okay, I need to value -1, value at index 1. Great.